Sunday afternoon, Landover, Maryland. Washington is building a 16-point lead against Golden State. The experts say the NBA title race is over. The experts are about to be proven wrong. An incredible display of strength by Al Attles' bench, led by rookie guard Phil Smith, who tosses in 20 points. Back come the Warriors. Phil Smith has a lot of friends. Dudley takes Kevin Porter. Deflected pass to another rookie, Keith Wilkes. Long court pass to Charles Dudley. A year ago, Charles Dudley was unemployed. Phil Smith at the free throw line. Watch Derek Dickey step up inside. Elvin Hayes and ram one home. It's that kind of a second half for the Big East. Rick Barry is cold. He goes to the bench. Washington closes. In comes Rick Barry. Rick Barry knows when to turn hot. He tosses in 24 points. Golden State a winner. And now tonight we await the dramatic second game in San Francisco.
Give it all you got, take your very best shot, and may the best team win. The time is now, the name of the game is action. They're on the floor and they're ready to score, so let the game begin. And let's see how the ball's gonna bounce today. Welcome to NBA, come on and join the rest of the crowd. There's another classic about from your way. You'll see the best in basketball when you watch the NBA.
NBA Championship Series, sponsored by Ford and your local Ford dealer. The closer you look, the better we look.
When you watch the NBA on CBS. NBA on CBS.
Welcome to the historic Cow Palace in San Francisco. Game 2 of the NBA Championship Series between the Golden State Warriors and the Washington Bullets. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brent Musburger, along with Oscar Robertson. Like everyone else, we did not expect to see Golden State win Game 1 back in Landover. Oh, can they do it again? What will Washington have to do to climb back in this series?
I think what they'll have to do, Brent, is keep Kevin Porter in the basketball game. Talk a lot about big guys being able to turn a franchise around and keep a team successful. That little guy can do it because he really makes them go.
Now, who will take Kevin Porter? They used 4 different guards in the Golden State victory Sunday.
Well, Charlie Johnson started on him, but don't forget a young man named Dudley. He did a fantastic defensive job when he was in a ball game.
All right, there was one other note today. Clifford Ray missed the Golden State practice because of the flu. However, he is here tonight. He will try to go as long as he can, and of course they have George Johnson to fill in.
Also, they have Bill Bridges, who can play the pivot, and also Derek Dickey. You can't rule out those 2 players.
You can listen to this crowd in the Cow Palace. They are beginning to go wild as the Golden State Warriors are about to be introduced. Al Attles with his assistant, Joe Roberts, along the Golden State bench. The first player out, the guard Oscar Robertson talked about, that is Charles Johnson. Butch Beard will be next. Then it will be Clifford Ray, and finally the 2 forwards.
Today, I tell you, Brent, these players are real loose from Golden State. This is the first time being in the tournament for a lot of these young ball players, but Coach Adams has a lot of confidence in them because they'll see a lot of action tonight.
The referees for tonight's game will be Richie Powers and Daryl Garrison. Richie Powers over directly in front of me. He'll toss the ball up here to get it started. Of course, Elvin Hayes will be out there at the center tap. Even though Wesley Unseld is the center on this team, it is Hayes who always jumps center. The other official, Daryl Garrison, out of the Los Angeles area. They worked Game 7 over in Oakland when the Warriors eliminated the Chicago Bulls to win the West. And perhaps you are wondering, why are we playing in San Francisco and not Oakland? Well, because no one believed in that team right there. The arena in Oakland is being used for an ice show. No one expected this team to get to the championship. And many folks thought Washington would blow them out 4 in a row. Yet here they are. The comeback kids, the cardiac kids. Call them what you will. They won't quit.
No, they won't, Ben. I tell you, there's a lot of determination and a lot of unity on this Golden State team. But Washington knows what they're up against. I understand Coach Casey Jones gave him a tongue lashing yesterday in practice. They had a very difficult workout. And we'll see what happens when this ball is tossed up here in a very few moments.
Richie Powers is pointing at a couple of wet spots here on the Cow Palace floor. What a famous arena this is. 1964, Barry Goldwater was nominated to run for the presidency. Dwight Eisenhower, 8 years prior to that. 1960 NCAA championship. It was Ohio State coming away a winner against California. And Joe Roberts, who was over there next to Al Attles, was a starting forward that night. He played with Lucas Havlicek, Siegfried, and Mel Knoll. And, of course, the Warriors used to play all their home games here. They were then the San Francisco Warriors. There are the starting lineups for this game. Reardon, Hayes, Unseld, Chenier, and Porter for Washington. Barry Wilkes, Ray Beard, Charlie Johnson were underway, and Reardon gets a breakaway off the tap.
Yeah, that's a play that has to be set up in a situation like that. I guess the Big East said he could get the tip and then right to the basket with it.
Barry with the ball. Reardon with a hand on him. Barry outside with time. Look out. Barry loves these hoops here in the Cow Palace.
You know, Bickerstaff told me before the game that what they're going to try to do is play this here same way they did against McAdoo. They're going to play Rick tough, see if Doug Pierce can contain the rest of the players underneath the basket.
Backdoor play works on a tap-in by Phil Chenier, and Washington moves out to a 2-point lead. Interesting, because in practice today it was Golden State trying to perfect the backdoor pass. Barry comes out, ball away from him. Chenier's got it. Washington can go up by 4.
And they do a great move that time by Chenier. Little crossover dribble with the left hand and got it in.
Backcourt pressure by Kevin Porter as he picks up Charles Johnson and backs off, but it's Butch Beard who handles the ball for Golden State, and Chenier awaits him. They go to Cliff Ray. Remember, he is a bit weak, was in bed much of the day because of the flu, did not practice. Holding foul detected away from the ball by Richie Powers on Mike Reardon.
This type of play is the type of play that Coach Al McGuire uses at Marquette quite a bit, Brent. The players run to the ball. They have the opportunity to go backdoor whenever they can.
Keith Wilkes gives it off to Rick Barry. Unseld has him. Barry on the drive. Passes back to the rookie Wilkes. Not this time, and Elvin Hayes yanks down a defensive board and gives to Kevin Porter, who comes up the right side. Johnson awaits him. 4-point Washington lead.
They got a play set up here. Typical plays. They're going to see what happens here. That's an offensive foul by the Big E that time. What that play was designed for was to get the Big E posted down low. He sets the pick right here, hoping to get the ball down to Kevin Porter, who's not going to shoot from there. What he does, hopes to do is post in the basket, try to get in for a jump shot.
Here it is back, rolling left with Chenier on him. Barry up, firing. Not this time, and Elvin Hayes has it taken away by Clifford Ray, who gives to Beard, who wheels to Johnson. Porter on him. Johnson's first shot, not there, and Elvin Hayes sweeps it down on the left side. Kevin Porter yells out the number 12. Johnson picks him up high. Here comes Reardon swinging this way. Away from the ball, Hayes is trying to get a screen. Keith Wilkes is fronting him, pushing him, staying with him. Reardon holds it up. Shot clock goes down to 6. Now Hayes ready to maneuver. Double team. Somebody's open. There was a foul. It's against Wilkes.
What they're going to have to try to do in that situation is try to really deny that. This player, they got to go back on him and give him a shot, because here the player, Butch Beard comes on, he tries to help, but he's in that situation. He should all out attack or stay where he is.
Washington up by 5 points. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Game 2 of the NBA Championship Series. Hayes hits both of them. Clifford Ray tosses to Beard. Here come the Warriors.
Butch Beard is calling a one-down play, which should be some type of reverse.
Unseld has switched out on Beard. Chenier looks for his man. Johnson wheels right. Comes down. It's his spot.
That is his spot. He doesn't disappoint from there either.
Porter is back in a hurry for Washington, trying to bring it right to him. Inside. Not there, and Clifford Ray yanks it down. Back comes Charles Johnson. Quick pass to Wilkes. Down goes Porter. Wilkes gives to Johnson. Johnson from the other side. Misses this time, and it is Chenier. Outlet pass to Porter. Reardon breaks other side. Porter maneuvers. Deals Reardon.
That was a good play that time by Porter. Rick Barry was there defending against him, a bigger man, so he got it off to Reardon, who hit the jump shot. That little guy makes his team go. When he went out of that game in Washington, the last ball game, you notice it right away. They didn't move, didn't have any.
Wilkes Taken down by Unseld. Quickly to Chenier. Up to Reardon. Washington on the move. Good movement. Inside of Berry. Elected to hold up and wait. Bounces now to Hayes. Wilkes is with him. Hayes waiting. Now he takes it. Off the front, and Beard is down with the rebound for the Warriors, and back they come. Down goes Chenier. We've got a foul. Offense against Beard. He has been in and out of foul trouble throughout the playoffs.
That was a good call that time by the ref. He made a reverse pivot, but he couldn't get out of Chenier's way. He gets a charging foul on it.
So Chenier heads over to the Washington bench because Al Attles has called the game's first timeout. Wants to sit his squad down. And of course, keep in mind, it is that bench of Al Attles that has kept the Warriors in the championship playoffs so far. We'll see what happens now. At the Cow Palace, Washington leading Golden State 10-4, and Al Attles has just reminded his team that 3 of Washington's 4 baskets were layups. He wants tougher defense. For K.C. Jones, he believes it will work to get that ball to Elvin Hayes, draw the double team, look to see if someone else is open. If someone is not there, then turn around and take the shot. Here we have Warrior pressure. Richie Powers positions Chenier. We're set to go. Porter busts back for the ball. Washington has hit 4 of 7, 57% off the top. Porter goes, deflected away. It is Keith Wilkes. Warriors can pull to within 4.
That's a tough pass. I guess they've been trying it a long time, but gets to throw it over his own man as well as the defender out there, and he didn't get it in.
Ray is out high. Beard waits. Now comes left to the basket on the drive, and it is Hayes on the block. Berry gets it back. Miss. Yanked down by Unseld. Quickly to Kevin Porter, and here they are again. The Bullets on the move, and it is Reardon to the corner to Chenier to the basket. Not there, but Hayes on the tap has it, and he was fouled.
It's on 21. What?
That's the way you make a fast break go, Brent. What happened in that situation? Porter got the ball out to the wing, and Reardon did not have a shot. He caught Chenier on the trailer, went in and missed the shot, but the Big East was there and tapped it right in. Good play that time.
Second foul on Butch Beard. Hayes to the line with 1 free throw. 2 team fouls against Golden State, 1 against Washington. 8:03 to go, first quarter.
And the super sub is now taking his shirt off, Phil Smith. So I guess he'll be coming into the ball game for Butch Beard soon. A great young basketball player.
Beard makes a move right. Unseld switches. Wilkes is open. In and out, and Chenier battles underneath and pulls it down.
You see the Big E in that situation. He just left Wilkes completely alone. Went right to the basket for the defense.
Hayes with a miss at the other end, and Cliff Ray yanks it down. Here's Charles Johnson. Waits now for Ray to set up. Porter is picked off. Reardon switches on Johnson. Ray is out high. Here is Butch Beard. The miss, and there was a loose ball foul.
41 in the goal.
So you could hear Darryl Garrison saying there was a pushing foul in that situation against number 41, Keith Wilkes.
And Phil Smith is in a ball game now, who's one of the players who was very instrumental in that win for Golden State up in Washington. Came in and did a great job.
He checks in with the Warriors trailing by 9 points and 7:23 to go in the first quarter. Kevin Porter is being watched by Johnson. Porter gets in, loses it. Wilkes outlet. Berry's on the move. Hayes comes back. Berry tries to turn inside. He's got it. He's fouled by Hayes.
That was a great move that time by Rick. He went up, he saw the Big E, he just simply took the ball to the other side of the basket and get the chance to make a three-point play out of it.
A smart play by going underneath. He draws the second foul of the game on Hayes. Berry with a chance to convert the three-point play. He is deadly at the line. Porter calls the play. Switches to the right side.
I think it's play number 4.
Inside of Johnson. Now to Chenier. Chenier deep. Off the front. Unseld with an offensive rebound, and here is Hayes. Wilkes pushing against him. Double team. Porter's the man who's open. Gets away from him. Porter on the floor. Berry dives. Not tied up yet. Cliff Ray taken away by Phil Smith. Here is Johnson on the right side. Reardon has him. Berry back to Johnson. Good ball movement.
Very good that time. Very good ball movement. And KC wants to talk this situation over now, so he's calling a timeout.
And listen to the crowd here in the Cow Palace. You know what's going on. Back they come, just as they do every time out of the chute.
Well, now play was all started because of turnover by Kevin Porter. They got to keep out of those situations.
In game one of this series, Golden State out-rebounded Washington 52-47. So far tonight, Washington has out-rebounded Golden State 10-5. 6:36 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, although Golden State has been out-rebounded 10-5, they're playing very well right now. They're taking advantage of Washington's mistakes and coming down on the floor and making baskets. They're passing very well. They really are hitting an open man, and the guys really putting the ball in the basket good.
One substitution for Al Allos, Phil Smith, the rookie guard, and he picks up Chenier. Chenier gives to Elvin Hayes, who is out high in this situation. Here is Reardon. Berry watching him. Now they swing right Chenier. They drop it off for Hayes, who came underneath the basket to the other side. Wilkes is up with a block. Gage Wilkes, who blocked 3 of Bob Love's shots in the Western Conference Final, now blocks a Hayes shot.
It might have been Clifford Ray, Frank. I think Clifford got over there and knocked that ball.
Was it
there.
Ray who got more of it than Wilkes? And here is Wilkes coming inside of Hayes with a good move. Not there. Unseld sweeps it down. Knocked away by Wilkes and out of bounds. Up on the top of the press table over there.
It's a good thing that Wilkes deflected that ball because they had the blue shirts down the court.
Johnson putting pressure on Kevin Porter. Backs off a little bit, and Porter will head to that right side. Much more comfortable dribbling with his right hand. Swings back, gives to Chenier. Chenier waits for Reardon. Berry has him. Now there's a switch, and Berry has Hayes, and it is Ray again. Clifford Ray and Darrell Garretson as rule the ball belongs to Washington.
Well, I tell you, the Big East got to start looking for Clifford Ray. That's his second block shot. And Clifford is doing a good job, although he's a little weak and having a virus. He didn't show it that time.
Here is Porter. Johnson with the right hand on him. Unseld wheels to Reardon. Mike Reardon scored but 4 points in that first game. He has equaled that total already tonight. We have 5:30 to go in the first quarter. 15-9. Washington with the lead. Here's Wilkes. Phil Smith takes it from him. Chenier watches Smith. Push. Pass through the baseline to Wilkes. Reardon watching, and here is Cliff Ray out high. Charles Johnson.
He knocked it home. He's really been a consistent player for this team in these playoff games.
Porter maneuvers inside the line. Back to Phil Chenier.
Good play that time. Little penetration, wasn't very far. Got the job done. Got Chenier open. He knocked the jump shot in right on the foul line. Very good play.
Phil Smith controlling it for the Warriors. There's Johnson. Ray is out high. Porter is backed off of Johnson. Berry trying to put a move on Reardon. Now he's got the ball over in the corner. Shot clock down toward 5. Berry outside, miss. Phil Smith. Ball came right to him. So the shot clock recycles and the Warriors can set up another play. Smith waits for Charles Johnson. Ray controls it. Warriors doing a job on the offensive boards right now. Smith up left side. Out there, and finally Unseld yanks it down.
There was poor rebounding that time by Washington, but they were lucky. They got it back. They got it back. See the defensive position that time Charlie Johnson got it. You have to wait on a good ball handler, a good dribble with the basketball. You're in trouble. You got to go out and attack on the defense. When you sit back there and wait, he has the speed. He can go right by you.
That foul on Johnson, the 4th, as the shot is blocked by Smith.
Chenier is knocked down, too, that time.
Chenier was looking for the foul. None called. Here's Clifford Ray out at the top of the circle. Johnson way behind him. Chenier is up over his back. Here's Keith Wilkes. Wilkes battling, saves it, and another offensive board. Golden State is cold, but they are controlling the offensive
board. They really are. I tell you, Washington's got to solve that problem. They got to start boxing out in there.
A 4-point Washington lead. 3:35 for the first quarter. Chenier goes to Unseld. Back to Chenier, into Hayes. Smith was there, and Richie Powers called the foul. It was on Smith.
That's what Golden State has got to keep from happening. They cannot afford to get those guards down inside on the Big E. They had enough trouble yesterday, in the last game, I should say. They had 3 guys to guard the Big E, so I think those guards should get back outside on those guards.
Warriors in the penalty with that foul. Their 5th of the quarter. 2 team fouls against Washington. Hits the penalty shot. Keith Wilkes so far is only 1 of 6, and on Sunday he was 4 of 16. He has not yet broken out of that shooting slump. Smith with the ball. Wheeling left. Chenier is there. Waits for Clifford Ray to come high. Both guards go in deep. Ray still waits.
Oh, see what Chenier did to Rick Barry.
Johnson left side. Back to Porter. Turnaround. In and out, and Chenier has the board. Bounce pass, not a good pass. Wilkes was there, and Chenier.
Oh, no, that's a bad play. Hey, Wilkes knocked that ball out of bounds. But Chenier really gave Rick Barry a left jab to the chin a while ago.
Derek Dickey preparing to check back in. He did a fine job on Sunday against Elvin Hayes, and he was tough on the boards, particularly an offensive board. There is Wilkes. Hayes is there. Wilkes gives him a move, comes left side. 7th shot, 1 of 7. Hayes yanks it down, goes to Chenier. Frustrated, Wilkes yanked it away. That's risky. Here's Rick. Barry watches him. Chenier outside.
And he got hit again that time, but nothing was called.
A 7-point Washington lead. Smith on the attack. 2:29 for the quarter. Smith has it back. Here is Johnson. Porter watches him. Now they wait for Smith. Johnson will take it himself. Ray up over Unseld with an offensive board. Did not make a move on the hoop. They come back to Rick Barry.
Once again, Golden State is doing a tremendous job on the offensive board.
5-point difference so far. Hayes with the ball as we slip inside at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Darryl Garrettson blew his whistle underneath.
24 in the goal.
So the foul was against Barry, and for Barry, that is his first foul of the game. Cliff Ray and Keith Wilkes go to the sideline. Derek Dickey and George Johnson have checked in. So we will have Barry, Johnson, Dickey, Smith, and George Johnson. Both Johnsons on the floor at the same time. We'll call Charles Johnson CJ as his teammates do.
Yeah, with Derek Dickey playing so well in the last game, it gives Coach Adams a lot of flexibility to use him in different situations. And I think now that Clifford Ray is out of the ball game, it's just to give him a rest.
K.C. Jones has immediately countered by bringing in Leonard Robinson, the rookie. He will take Derek Dickey. Elvin Hayes with his first rest in 2 games. Backdoor Rick Barry.
Yeah, that worked on that play all afternoon today before the ball game.
Until as Garrettson wiped the moisture off the basketball. 1:37 to go in the first quarter. It is a 4-point lead for the Washington Bullets. They have led it all the way. Reardon is 3 of 3, and it is Richie Powers underneath. He had the call on Smith, and that is his second foul.
The bonus situation has really helped the Bullets so far, Brent. But, you know, they're being fouled, and I guess it's just a good move to get a team in foul trouble because you can really go to the basket and do a lot of things.
That is Chenier's 10th point of the game. He is high. Barry has 9 for Golden State. Leonard Robinson came to the boards in a hurry. Washington not wanting to be embarrassed as they were by Dickey on Sunday. Here's Bill Smith for the basket. Not this time. Robinson yanks it down. Looks for the outlet pass. Slides it to Kevin Porter on the right side. 1:19. First quarter. 23-17. Washington up. Here's Reardon. He's been hot. 3 of 3 so far. Robinson. Shot against Dickey.
Hey! That wasn't expected by Dickey, I'm sure.
So if K.C. Jones can get some scoring action off of his bench, this will be a different outcome. Here is Rick Barry. 9 points. He waits. Shot clock goes down inside of 10. Unseld switches off. Passes to George Johnson. Back to Barry. Barry not happy with the blockage over there. Threes out that side. Misses the shot. Leonard Robinson came out, and there was a foul call.
Now, what Barry really wanted was to take Wesley Unseld one-on-one. So he told the guy in the corner to move across so he could take him one-on-one, but he missed the shot.
So that backcourt foul against Dickey, his first, and it will send Washington to the free throw line.
And once again, looks like Coach Adams is going to send in another player. I see Jeff Mullen taking off with his swarm up. He should be coming into this ball game pretty soon. And Kozelko's into the ball game now.
Kozelko and Robinson. K.C. Jones answer to the substituting pattern of Al Addles.
I think Robinson shot an air ball then, didn't he? It may have hit the backboard, but it didn't hit the rim.
Phil Smith goes out, and the veteran Jeff Mullins is in. And now Clem Haskins will come in.
Another miss. So there's a lot of moving players in and out of the ball game right now. I guess they're trying to establish a game pattern.
Baseball manager Dick Williams would love this game. Substitute all night long.
Well, I thought he was going to get that hat trick then. When you miss 3 free throws, the referees, now the players refer to that as a hat trick.
9-point Washington lead. 35 seconds for the quarter. CJ passes it to Berry. It gets out of bounds off his hands.
Well,
Golden State has been sloppy.
Riordan is doing a good job right now. He's overplaying Berry. He's trying to make him go back door if he can. Therefore, we can get help by the big man underneath.
Porter with a turnaround move against CJ. Bring it down inside of 24 seconds left. Evan Porter runs the shot clock down toward 10. Rotates right. Here's Riordan. Berry chases him, and Garrettson called the foul.
Now that's Charles Johnson that time.
His second.
Just a little, they went into a little simple weave situation, and, you know, I guess the player, Charlie Johnson, tried to get inside and bust it up, and he got called for a foul.
Riordan, Robinson, Kozelko, Haskins, and Porter on the floor for K.C. Jones. They sent Robinson back to guard against that long pass to Rick Berry. 14 seconds on the clock with Riordan at the free throw line. 10-point bullet lead, make it 11. Dickey takes it in. Kozelko guards him. This is George Johnson. Back to CJ, who brings it up. They have 10 seconds to get off the last shot of the quarter. Go to Rick Berry. Berry holds it up. Robinson guarding him. Berry comes right. Rolls the hook.
Oh! That was a great shot that time, and Rick took Robinson one-on-one and got the hook shot over right into the basket.
So, an instant replay of Sunday's game with Washington moving out ahead. But there is a major difference. K.C. Jones is using his bench in this game. Washington's 28 points, the result of 50% shooting from the field. Golden State has hit 32%. K.C. Jones just told the Bullets they can get all they want by going backdoor and getting to the basket, that everything is there. It'll be Hayes, Chenier, Haskins, Riordan, and Unseld against Beard, Mullins, George Johnson, Berry, and Dickey as we start the second. Washington controls it. Unseld to Hayes. They hit an easy one off the first quarter tap. Mullins got a hand on Hayes' ball that time. Passes Haskins to the basket.
Good move that time by the Big E to get that ball at Haskins. They talked about that in the huddle a moment ago. They wanted to make sure the Big E picked that man out, cutting down that lane.
Beard back on the left side. Chenier watching him. Riordan is overplaying Berry, and Rick is a little frustrated right now. Unseld switches off. Berry, one way to come out of it. He answers it, and for Rick Berry, he has 13 points. A 9-point Washington lead. Chenier waits. Haskins is taped on the right side. He pulled a muscle last night when the Bullets worked down here at 7 o'clock in the Cow Palace. This is Riordan. Roll left into the corner. He's been hot. Mullins on the switch. Back to Chenier. On to get over Johnson. Cleared by Dickey. Here comes Butch Beard for the Warriors. They go to Georgeson.
Yes, that's a great pass that time by Butch Beard.
Backcourt pressure from Mullins and Beard. Riordan is down to help out. He plays a lot of guard. He can handle the ball. Brings it up, and Nick Weatherspoon getting ready to check in for the first time. Riordan waits. Goes over to Unseld on the right side. Berry has him, and Daryl Garrettson says there is a foul. We'll bring it up the other way. Offense. It's against Chenier. His first foul of the game. Kevin Porter taking off his warm-up jacket. He'll be coming back in for K.C. Jones. Mullins with the ball goes to Rick Berry. 7-point lead. Warriors again must come from behind. Nothing new for them. Not this time. Battle underneath. Loose ball called by Powers. It is on Unseld.
Yeah.
His first.
Yeah, Haskins is going out of the ball game right now. He didn't look like he was moving very well at all. Gave Porter a little rest.
Porter goes down. Beard shoved into him.
Yeah,
and they pick it up right away. That is his third foul, and not a very intelligent foul.
No, I think he shot him a little bit, but not that hard. I hope not anyway.
Porter brings it up. Yells out the play. Kevin wants to stay out of foul trouble. Unseld underneath to Chenier. He was supposed to come a little too far to get it. Taken away. Here come the Warriors. Beard left side. Beard bounced back to Rick Barry. Rolls the right-handed. Now there, Dickey was up over Unseld's back, and Derek Dickey will be called for the foul. His second foul, and here is Charles Dudley checking into the game. Beard again sits down. The second time that he has sat down so far in this game.
This young man is like a windmill, Brent. He comes in, his arms all over the ball. He is everywhere. He's all over Kevin Porter. And I don't think Porter liked it that well.
Mike Reardon is on the bench. Witherspoon playing. Spoon with the ball. He was only 1 of 7 against Barry and the Warriors on Sunday. Here is Kevin Porter. Goes back to Spoon. Comes up. Not this time, and Dickey with a board. Off to Mullins. Mullins to George Johnson. Unseld was there. Foul was called by Darrell Garrison. Unseld has picked up 2 quick fouls in the second quarter.
Yes, he has. And we're going to have a timeout right now, but I tell you, play is not that good right now. I guess teams are still trying to pick, see what plays will work for them. So they're going to have a timeout, trying to get some more strategy.
I tell you, Oscar, that bye is going to change the mile strategy completely. Just go out on top and set your own pace. Used to be for 3 laps, you'd let someone else go out and do it, but not this man.
Yes, he's quite a runner. That never was my race, though, the foul.
George Johnson comes out, goes back to Dudley. Dickey was breaking backdoor, and the pass went out of bounds.
Well, that's the play Coach Adams called in the huddle, but it didn't work that time. But I expect they're going to run a lot of those for Rick Barry.
Rebounding so far, Washington with a 19-13 lead. Unseld with 6, and Ray with 5. Ray is on the bench. He is not feeling well, and George Johnson is out there. Knocked away from Witherspoon to Kevin Porter. Porter gives to Elvin Hayes at the left baseline. Off balance on that shot. Unseld and George Johnson. It is Dickey who comes out to Jeff Mullins, and back come the Warriors. We pass down to the hoops. In too far and out of bounds.
It was a good try, but a little too much on it. And Dudley couldn't hold on to it at all. But Derek Dickey continues to play very well on the boards for Golden State.
9:15 for the half. A 7-point Washington lead. Unseld is out high and goes to Chenier. Miss Witherspoon with a board, and there's a loose ball foul called by Darrell Garrison.
You can see Witherspoon right here go up with this ball, and Dudley's going to grab him right here. Right there.
Dudley's first foul. Pass to Witherspoon. Barry does a good job on Witherspoon. Here's Chenier, turnaround on Mullins.
Oh, great shot, great defense, but he got it in.
Dudley on the left side. 32-23. Unseld comes out. So the Warriors making passing mistakes.
Great play by West. You wouldn't expect him to get out there and do that, but these are the playoffs, and they're down 1-0.
There's George Johnson. Warriors a little sloppy right now. Barry waits for someone. Things are not going smoothly for them. Spoon with him. Barry firing, not there. Tipped away by Dickey. Saved by Dudley, but it goes to Porter. Back come the bullets. Porter down the middle. Goes the lane. Not this time, and Dickey cleans it down.
Yes, he did.
But Unseld is waiting for Dudley. Dudley goes to the basket on him. Not there. Witherspoon cleans it down for the bullets.
They
got into Porter. It's a 2-on-1.
Yes, that's a great pass out by Witherspoon. He got that play started. He got the ball and looked back down the court to that little man, number 10, Kevin Porter. And
suddenly, it is a 13-point lead. So the comeback kids face that mountain again. Jeff Mullins outbeat. George Johnson yanks it down. Back to Dudley, over to Dickey. Elvin Hayes gives him room. Barry goes to Jeff Mullins from the corner.
He gets it in. That was good moving by the ball. They picked out the guy, put it in.
Kevin Porter with 7:35 to go in the first half. Inside, blocked by George Johnson. Back comes Dudley, bounce. Passing is just not smooth for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you that time, I think that Dickey stopped on him a little bit. You know, I guess he felt he was going to do something else with the basketball. The situation, so he stopped, and it's a turnover.
So Adams continues to rotate his substitutes. Dudley goes back to the bench, and CJ is back. Charles Johnson, who started. He and Mullins, the guards. Dickie Berry, the forwards. George Johnson, the center. Kevin Porter works against CJ. Comes over to Witherspoon. Shot clock rolling down toward 5. Spoon deep.
Wow, he knocked that one in.
I used the screen from Hayes that time. Berry was not up all over him, and Keith Wilkes will come back into the basketball game for Allen's. Richie Powers picks up his second whistle, which he lost. Mullins passes off to Dickey, who gets inside, improves his position. He's a smooth basketball player, but not necessarily a consistent one. Al Allis and Joe Roberts hope he becomes more consistent, but certainly in a game and almost a half, he has looked very good so far for the Warriors. Porter puts the move, gives off to Unseld, who's deep.
Man, these big guys are shooting well tonight. Mullins has play number 2 calling. Now he changes to 3.
CJ bounces Dickey, who gets past Hayes. Unseld switches so well, and Dickey hits it up over using the board.
A good play that time by Dickey. He picked up Unsel's defense and shot it right over the top of him.
Both coaches looking on. Adels on the right and Casey Jones on the left. Here come the Warriors. Berry picked it off. George Johnson.
Yeah. Unseld was wise in that situation. Let that ball alone because that guy was up in there so high. He never could have got up that with him then.
So it was 13, and now it is 9 with 5:48 to go. And you know these fans won't give up because the Golden State Warriors never quit. Dickey watching Chenier. Here's Kevin Porter. Back to Chenier. Not this time. Here come the Warriors again. They can pull to within 7 points. CJ to Dickey. Not there. Rejected. Here comes Chenier. He has Porter on his left. Goes to him. Beautiful tip in by Witherspoon. But doesn't count. He was up over the cylinder when he got a hand on it. Offensive basket interference does not count.
Well, take a look at that one again. Here comes the pass to Porter. Gets it up. Hey, Brent, that wasn't over the rim.
I wasn't looking. Oh, I'll let you do the officiating. This weekend, CBS returns to the Pro Golf Tour for 3rd and 4th round coverage of the Danny Thomas Memphis Golf Classic. Got a great field, vying for $200,000 in prize money and a first place check of $40,000. So be with us this Saturday and Sunday for the Danny Thomas Memphis Classic right here on CBS. And congratulations to our golf crew down at the Masters. Their tremendous coverage this spring. They picked up an Emmy last night down in Los Angeles, and so did Frank Cherkinian, who was the producer of the Laver-Connors tennis match from Las Vegas. Tell Roone Arledge to look out, we're on the move.
All right.
When you get it from Kevin, look.
You know, with the absence of Jimmy Jones in this game because of an injury, really puts a lot of pressure on players like Chenier and Porter because they got to go almost a full weight. Haskins is hurt right now. He played a fine game down in Washington, but he's hurt. I don't think he can give it to him right now.
Richie Powers waits, gives it to Jeff Mullins. Dickey comes down quickly to help out. 9 points. Warriors trail, but they're on that comeback trail again. They can pull to within 7. They were down by 13. Wilkes is back in the game. He gives to CJ, rotates left. Ray is in there. So George Johnson now tipped away and foul called. Leonard Robinson came up over Derek Dickey. Team foul situation. Shows 3 against Washington and 2 against Golden State with 5 minutes for the quarter. Mullins ready to go to work against Chenier. Here is Charles Johnson. Porter leaning, shoving against him. Shot clock, out of time. Miss. Robinson hits it, went out of bounds, and it is ruled that it goes to Washington.
Well, it looked like Robinson, but I guess the man got it pushed out.
So Robinson is in the game for the second time. Wesley Unseld is getting the rest. He was not rested until the 4th quarter on Sunday. A different coaching pattern by Casey Jones and Bernie Bickerstaff here in game 2. Chenier comes left. Ray is switched out on him. Jeff Mullins must watch Hayes. Chenier has it blocked by Ray, and this time there is a foul call. And Richie Powers lost his whistle. Charles Johnson came high and deflected it out of his mouth.
That was a good call by Richie. Although Clifford blocked the shot, he made a great defensive play, but his body came into field. You know, Field in the situation right, he didn't give him enough movement. He didn't go laterally enough to get away from Clifford Ray. You know, he went right up straight. That's Clifford Ray's defensive strength right there. He's got to give him a definite move left to right, maybe 1 or 2 dribbles, maybe 3 dribbles.
Wait till he shoots. The ball is in play.
In the next 3 or 4 years, they may recognize Phil Chenier as the best all-around guard in the NBA. All he needs is that consistency, some more experience, and we'll have him right up there with the Oscar Robertsons and the Jerry Wests.
I think he's a tough player myself. You know, he shoots well, runs well, plays good defense.
Back to Johnson, over to Keith Wilkes. Witherspoon watching him. And Witherspoon simply takes it away and then loses it.
Hey, it's a great...
But it was ruled.
That was a good play. That was a good play that time. Witherspoon did a good job that time getting that ball away from Keith Wilkes. Here Keith Wilkes makes a mistake. He's got to make a move. He can't stay there with it all day and think about what he's going to do with it.
Both starting Spoon. They come to Chenier.
Hey, they're playing a zone now.
Hayes has it knocked away by Mullins, and he was fouled by Jeff, who reached over his shoulder.
You know, a lot of basketball teams in situations like this, Kevin Porter standing over there by himself, they got to swing that ball around to him.
Leonard Robinson comes up, and Ray got a hand on it.
Clifford Ray, virus and all, doing it all on the D.
CJ with the ball, Ray with the pick, Johnson with a shot.
Great, Charlie, CJ. Okay.
Hayes and Witherspoon are the forwards, and Wesley Unseld is coming back into the game for K.C. Jones. Porter waits for Chenier. 3:30 for the half. Inside to Elvin Hayes. And there was a foul underneath as Hayes went up with the shot.
And that'll put him in a bonus, Brent. 6 minutes and 49.
Oh, I believe that is, Oscar, that's the time of day right up above that. Be careful of that clock.
Well, how about that, folks?
Right underneath that.
This is going to be a long basketball game.
It's 6:49 out here on the West Coast. 3:27 to go for the second quarter. Hayes was fouled in the act of shooting. He comes to the line, and for Clifford Ray, his second foul of the game.
What happens to those 8 o'clock ball games anyway?
Those folks back in New York got to get their sleep. We got to get this game started out here. So we have a timeout out here as Hayes walks over to the sideline. We can take another close-up look at that.
No body touch.
Stay out of there in an NBA playoff game. That can be brutal underneath both boards.
Yes, it can. Clifford Ray is making it tough. He is really playing super, although he's got a small virus.
Oscar, this is your city, so you be my tour guide. We get to stay here because the next game is Friday night, right here in the Cow Palace on CBS. Game 3 of the NBA Championship Series. Then on Sunday, we move back to Landover, Maryland, and Game 4. Those are the starting times on your screen.
You like those soaps on television, Brent? Come on, we'll see a lot of those.
You got the restaurant lined up tonight?
I don't know. I think so. We might go down on the wharf and Caliotos or somebody.
How's the soul food out here? When are you going to introduce me to that?
Anytime you want, babe.
All right. Here's an interesting statistic. Golden State has shot only one free throw, 1 of 1. Washington is 13 of 17. And Elvin Hayes comes for their 18th free throw.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason that Washington's up on top right now. Although they are going to the basket, they're creating a lot of things.
I think I saw Tiny taking a look at Elvin Hayes. He's come all the way from Maryland. I think he was wearing sunglasses.
He might have been at that.
So the mascot of the Washington Bullets, the little dog, has come. The Warriors with the ball. And there is a whistle. Daryl Garrettson taking a foul.
And our defense is here, Brent. Unseld is going to Derek Dickey out at a forward. And the Big E now is guarding Clifford Ray.
Foul against Witherspoon, his first. Here is Mullins, comes quickly to Dickey. So Unseld watching him in this situation. They come to Jeff Mullins for the right corner. Up over the top, out of bounds. Ball goes to Washington, 3:07 for the half.
Yeah, Derek Dickey centered that ball to Mullins, and he missed the shot. It was wide open. I think he caught everybody by surprise.
Unseld on the left, hands off to Porter, who comes in deep, gets past Johnson, comes out the other side. Witherspoon is there up against Berry.
Oh, got it in. Lucky bounce. Good touch. Got it in.
CJ checks behind him. It was a teammate. Dickey comes up on the attack. Richie Powers detected a foul underneath. And it's push against Witherspoon, so he's picked up 2 in a hurry. K.C. Jones not happy about that.
Yeah, that was a foolish foul because it put him into the bonus. But I think the referees are doing a wise thing. They're trying to keep the game in check, not let it get too rough. Well, you talk about basketball being a non-contact sport, which I disagree with.
Berry cuts that 13-point lead to 12. Washington twice has been up by 13. The crowd does not sit as close to the floor here in the Cow Palace as they do in Oakland. The noise does not cascade down upon you like it does over there. Porter on the right side brings it up. For a shooting background, it is much deeper for the players. The shirts are not that close to that glass backboard. Here is Witherspoon. Dickey yanks it down. Fine rebounder. CJ brings it up. 2:29 for the half. Here's Rick Barry.
And he is warming up a little bit, Brent. His shots are going right to the hoop.
Porter gets inside. CJ was cut off by Cliff Gray. 2:12. 46-37. Starting to roll back again. Hayes wanted it. Dickey pushed him off. Double team, but Hayes not looking for the open man. He takes it and hits it.
That ball slipped right off the heel of his hand, but he got it in.
Mike Reardon will come in as we reach the 2-minute mark of the first half. Porter on CJ. Barry again. Look out. Fastest gun in the West is warming up. Porter rolls right. Barry switches off, backs off. CJ picks him. Barry has Witherspoon, and there's a foul called offense.
A little too much dribbling that time by Porter. Great defense by Golden State. You know, Bickerstaff said before the game that they were going to let Rick Barry work him hard as much as possible, let him get his shots and not try to double up as much, give other guys a chance to score.
Haskins in the game. Mullins beats him and takes the pass and brings it down. Here is Dickey. Barry waiting on the other side. Boy, he's shooting. I'd have to go right back to him. They've got Reardon in the game to watch him right now. Reardon hounds him to death. Now go to Barry. Take it.
Well, they did.
41, and they are coming back again.
Yes,
Porter
they
on
are.
the right side. Reardon helps out. Porter on the penetration. Dishes Hayes. Hayes has CJ up firing. Not there. Drops it down. An unbelievable basketball team. They just don't know when to quit. Foul is called as CJ made his move to the basket.
And that foul is on Porter.
And he has picked up 2 in a hurry.
Watch Rick right here fade into the corner. The defense is slow getting out. He doesn't hesitate. You know what he does with it from there? From there, 2 points.
And he has scored their last 8 points. Rick Barry. Now CJ at that free throw line. They can pull to within 6 points if he hits this free throw. They are there.
This is going to be quite a game. You know, these players are the Golden State was loose now. They won that first game. Their confidence is up.
Still sixes. Hayes yanks it down, and Haskins is there. Haskins and Porter in the backcourt. Chenier taking a break. Hayes on Reardon up front. Here is Kevin Porter. Crowd yelling defense. They go right side, Reardon. Reardon working against CJ. Barry ready to help out. They come to Unseld out high. Shot clock at 5 inside. Reardon turn around, and there was a foul.
Great move that time underneath. Good passing by West to get the ball to Reardon.
It is against Dickey. Reardon comes up to the free throw line. Porter checks briefly with Coach Casey Jones, and now comes back out. Now Jones wants to talk to Clem Haskins. Haskins goes over to talk to him. Washington leading by 6, make it 7. 42 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, they got Reardon back to this game, I'm sure, to play defense on Rick Barry because, yeah, he's warming up right now, and I think he's the only one from this team that can really stay with him.
Ray back to help out. 38 seconds for the half. Golden State trailing by 8 points. Down twice by 13. Mullen is 6.
Yeah, they're playing much better now.
Porter across the timeline. All the way around on CJ. Great move by Kevin Porter. Now 15 seconds.
Yeah, they should come down and try to get one shot. I'm sure this is what they're going to do. Jeff Mullins call the one-shot plays. Hold up 2 fingers for the play.
Reardon is hounding Barry to death.
He's pushing.
And there is a foul call. And Gerritsen is telling Reardon, no, Barry is not pushing you. You were on him.
There's a lot of contact between those 2 players because they play so close together. Rick is trying to get by. Reardon is trying to keep him in one position. the hands on each other.
Prettiest fans in the world must be coming to pro basketball games. We've got some cameramen who are paying more attention to the crowd tonight than the game. Oh, we better get on that.
Intelligent fans, intelligent players, intelligent cameraman.
Here comes the underhanded free throw motion, so deadly. Will you please tell me why Wilt Chamberlain couldn't do that? I could never understand it. Such a great athlete.
I don't think we'll really practice on the free throws that much.
Unsettled out of bounds, quick pass to Elvin Hayes. Hayes up at the buzzer and just missed it.
A two-handed over-the-head shot, but he missed it.
Listen to this crowd. They're going to give their Warriors an ovation. They were down twice by 13. They are going to go in trailing by 6 points.
I think it was a good play by the Warriors. They didn't lose their composure like they did early in the game in Washington. They stayed with them, came back, got a few breaks, but various scoring for them.
Well, I wonder what Sonny Hill thinks about the first half. He's here in San Francisco. We'll be checking with him. We've also got a feature on a hot new game, backgammon. We'll be back in a moment. I really should have said that one of the world's oldest games, backgammon, has enjoyed an international revival spurred by the jet set. But a $115,000 tournament in New York City demonstrated its broadening appeal, and Ken Squire reports on the phenomenon.
As a kid back on the farm, my grandmother and I would stay up till all hours, 9:30, playing a dice game called Parcheesi. Any questions about the strange markings on the backside of the board were met with a stern Methodist admonition. Those were the markings of a foreign, mysterious game of chance, one best forgotten. Well, the tables have turned.
You need a couple of doubles. That's it. No, I get a greatest backgammon player of them all.
In private British clubs where bridge once reigned supreme, backgammon now satisfies the lust of gambler and game player alike. It creates its own clubs like Pips in Los Angeles, and in New York, the upper 80s, Elaine's, the 50s, Sudans, all around the town. Backgammon is what's focusing the attention of all ages. On a warm spring day in Central Park, the 4,000-year-old Middle East sport is as popular and as portable as a bag lunch. And they say it's going on with equal enthusiasm in southern Florida and Shelby, Montana. But nearby at New York's Plaza Hotel, America's fastest rising board sport was being played in the style to which it's accustomed. This 3-day, $115,000 tournament brought out 200 participants. Backgammon has a higher percentage of luck than skill in winning, and a new generation armed with computers is reshaping the game like Bill Tilden once did tennis. Finalist, Assistant Professor Paul McGrail, gave up professing for the game. He opposed Chuck Perpesian, who they say gave up everything for backgammon. But an old-timer best described what the game was all about. In your book, you call this the cruelest game, the title of the publication. Why?
Because it's the only game I know where the wrong play wins too much. Now, let me give you an example. If you go out and play Nicklaus in golf, he's going to beat you, right? If you make a bad shot. Play Connors in tennis, he's going to beat you. Fisher will beat you 100 times out of 100. In this game, I have played people, and they make the wrong move percentage-wise, and they win because of it.
Barkley, they refer to this game as one of the simplest of all to learn and one of the most difficult to master. Why?
Because it's got so many subtleties. You look at it, and it looks like just, I played the game 15 years before I knew what I was doing. 15 years, and all of a sudden, I realized, well, this is an art form. I used to gamble high, and I'll still play in a high-stake game if they want to. But the real thrill of now is trying to work out positions, and just, it really is just beautiful. The game is beautiful, even though it's cruel.
It's a very simple game, trying to move 15 pieces by the cast of the dice around and off the board. To gammon is to skunk an opponent. A backgammon is a double skunk. It can be played in 3 or 30 minutes. With a recent addition of a doubling cube, one can wager on his chances of success. And more than half the games these days are conceded rather than won. Prince Alexis Obolensky takes responsibility for starting the second craze a decade back. Prince, this has been called the King of Games and the Game of Kings. Why?
It was always first played by the leaders in the country. And little by little, especially through the Middle East where the game started, it dwindled down to the man on the street. Nero used to play, and he played for the highest stakes ever played. He used to raid his treasury before he went on a trip. Pretended he wanted to go on a trip. He'd go right into the back door, play backgammon, lose his shirt, no different than people do now. Go through a certain amount of steaming and pay off right there.
This game appears to be far more devastating than others. Like chess, when you finish with an opponent, he is totally destroyed.
Completely. There's no question about it. The first thing you feel like is getting up and kicking the door down. And I've seen people do that. I've seen people put their feet through the door. I myself have gone in the back in the men's room and cried to myself, and I don't give away my emotions because they think I look like the Iraq of Gibraltar. It's really like two armies backing against each other is what it boils down to. You move the men, and the men meet each other. It's facing each other. It's competition. It's movement. It's fast, and it's action.
It ended suddenly at 3:30 a.m. The winner, 28-year-old Paul McGrail. He went into an early Manhattan morning $26,000 richer, while loser Chuck Parpazian made his way to the Mayfair Club to play until midday and forget the sting of losing a big one. But really, there is no defeat for these backgammon players, only the next game, which for many would begin the very next evening in Acapulco. Ken Squire, CBS Sports, at the Plaza in New York.
Back at the Cow Palace, halftime, Game 2 of the NBA Championship, and Washington leads Golden State 52-46.
The NBA Championship Series will continue after this word from your local station.
And we are back in the Cow Palace with Sonny Hill and all his friends at halftime. Look at all those folks seeking Sonny Hill's autograph, and don't you look beautiful out here on the West Coast. I did some checking on you. I asked some of my folks in the Midwest, I said, find out about that Sonny Hill in the Eastern League. They said he was a pretty tough guard. You played like Kevin Porter. And if you controlled your temper, you were all right, Sonny.
You really did your homework on the last part. That just goes to prove that we really have a team here.
All right. Listen, what did you think about the first half?
I thought the first half was interesting in two parts. First, the hustle and the rebounding of the Golden State Warriors, the penetration and the tremendous coaching by K.C. Jones. We talked before about Al Attles, the way he manipulated his bench. K.C. Jones did his homework. He found out that in the first game, Attles' bench wore his team down. So he didn't hesitate. He went to some of those subs on his bench, Len Robinson, Kozelko, players like that who have not played a great deal in the first game, and that's what you call good coaching and using your personnel.
Let's take a look at some highlights, Sonny.
Tremendous rebounding on the part of the Washington Bullets. They're famous for that. Unseld with a good outlet pass, and this kind of penetration we're talking about. Now the good rebounding and hustle on the part of Elvin Hayes as he follows up the missed shot. Now the defense is what kept the Warriors in the ball game in the first half. It keyed them. Rick Barry goes in for a beautiful reverse layup. Warriors come back again with key defense. Now watch the way the Warriors get down on the floor for the loose ball. Not one guy, but 3 or 4 guys. Smith comes up with the rebound, passes the ball to C.J. Rick Barry finds the open man who's C.J. and he puts the ball in the basket. Kevin Porter, a key to their offense because he creates so many situations by penetrating. He penetrates, drops the ball off to Wes Unseld, and Unseld's able to put the ball in the basket because of that. Rick Barry really warmed up in the second quarter, puts in one of the jump shots that he made in that quarter. Kevin Porter again penetrates to the basket, drops it off to Spoon with a spoon, and Spoon is able to put the ball in the basket.
Sonny, no surprise this time, though. Washington will not come out overconfident as they did back in the Capitol Center. Don't you feel that way?
I definitely agree with you. They've done their homework. We thought in the first half of the ball game that the Washington team was not going to be overconfident because of the Boston Celtics series. It did not pan out that way. Maybe they were a little overconfident because they had a big lead. But you can bet that K.C. Jones, who is a very able coach, has prepared his team mentally as well as physically for this ball game.
We have some statistics from that first half. Shooting percentages are fairly even, Sonny. Rebounds, Golden State up by 2. Assists are close, turnovers close. It simply is a very close game statistically.
It's a classic basketball game. It's the kind of basketball game that makes interesting viewers for the people around the country. Chenier is having a very good first half, and he's scoring a lot of points outside, which in turn creates a situation of making the inside open.
And we can also check some of the other individual scoring in the first half. Here is Golden State.
Rick Barry, the man that many people around the country have been waiting for to have a big offensive game, has had that big offensive game in the first half, along with the hustle and tremendous rebounding on the part of the Golden State Warriors. That's what's keeping them in the ball game.
And if you check those statistics as the Warriors file back onto the floor here in the Cow Palace, you will note that only 3 of Al Attle's starters were breaking into the scoring column, and Phil Smith did not have a good scoring first half, so that's something to keep in mind when we start the second half. Right now at halftime, it is 52-46. Washington leads, but they were up by 13. And we are back in the Cow Palace, just about ready to start the second half. Oh, I know you were over talking to Al Attles and K.C. Jones. What'd they have to say?
Well, Al said at first his players were a little impatient on their shots, Brent, and that he tried to get them to get inside a little more and pass the ball to the open man. He felt they would be successful doing that. On the other hand, K.C. Jones felt his team is playing pretty good basketball, wants them to get inside a little bit more, wants the Big E to pick out those cutters down the lane and play a little better defense.
I noticed before the game that the commissioner of the NBA, who is retiring, Walter Kennedy, is here to make a presentation to the Golden State Warriors. I see that trophy out there at center court, the Fred Zollner trophy. That's given to the Warriors because they wound up with the best record in the Western Conference. On Sunday, prior to Game 1, the commissioner presented the Ned Irish Trophy to the Washington Bullets, and of course a replica of that has to also go to Boston. I shouldn't say a replica, it's an exact equal. Both those teams won 60.
Presents a championship trophy to the Western Conference champions and to the Eastern Conference champions. This year, the Western Conference trophy is named the Fred Zollner Award, after one of basketball's great pioneers who last year sold the Detroit Pistons and retired from basketball. And so tonight, it's my great pleasure to present to Al Attles and Dick Berkeley, representing the Golden State Warriors, the Fred Zollner Western Conference Championship.
Dick Berkeley, the general manager. And you know, Oscar, that's a man who does not receive the credit that is due him. He has made some excellent trades for this team. There's the coach, Al Attles. But you know, they lost Clyde Lee, gave Nate Thurman to Chicago, got Cliff Ray and every draft choice in return. He came away with Wilkes #1 and Smith #2. So it is Berkeley who's done the job in the front office and Al Attles out on the floor.
Well, this is true, and I think it's a combination of both men working together, try to keep some of these young ball players in development. Great trade to get Clifford Ray, who has really improved over the last year. Maybe he didn't get to do that much in Chicago, but here I guess Attles is letting him do what he can do best, and he's really doing a great job on those boards, blocking shots, rebounding, keying that fast break.
The Bullets, of course, you know, started out in Chicago, Oscar. They were once the Chicago Packers. Then they became the Chicago Zephyrs before they moved to Baltimore and became the Bullets. Then, of course, they moved down and became the Capitol Bullets. This year, they are the Washington Bullets. So they have quite a history behind this franchise.
They drafted Dave Shellhouse 1 year from Purdue.
Do you remember Dave? That was Dick Klein who drafted him. He saw him one night against Northwestern. Scored him 27 points. He thought he'd shoot the lights out of the NBA, but he never made it, unfortunately.
No, he didn't. He was a 6'4" man, played inside in college, but had to go to the backcourt in the pros, and just was not that fast.
So the fans are still playing. Ready to go back to work. It's 52-46. 24 minutes of regulation time left. Al Attles calls them the Cardiac Kids. Murray is there. Dickey is there. Clifford Ray will be out to jump center. Mullins and Johnson will be the starting guards.
And I must say, this is something for Coach Al Attles to do. Derek Dickey, who did play very well during the end of the season, came on in the first game against Washington, and now he didn't start in this game, but he started in the second half. That means Keith Wilkes will be on the bench.
Washington's 5 starters are there. Tip controlled again, but hold on. Garrettson detected a violation, and it goes over.
Yeah, I think the Big East stole that ball on the tap, so the ball was awarded over to Golden State.
Mullins goes inbounds to Derek Dickey. They can move to within 4. Mullins comes down left side, Reardon on the switch. That leaves Chenier with Berry. Berry pops back outside. 23, make it 25. Now Kevin Porter comes down right side. C.J. watches him.
That's a simple play they use with Berry. Just pops back out for that jump shot. The defense has got to pick it up.
Here's Reardon. Berry's got him. Johnson shading. Porter comes over left side. Comes up with a jump shot. In and out. Warriors can move to within 2. Johnson on the move brings it down. Clifford Ray a little late. Now it'll be 5-on-5 when he gets there. Here is Berry handling the ball behind a double screen. And Clifford Ray at the offensive boards. Waits again patiently. Taken away by Kevin Porter. Porter with a steal for the Bullets. And here they come.
The little man takes it away. You got to keep that ball up in the air.
Porter to the basket. And there was a foul.
Oh!
And it counts on the continuation.
That went in.
And Ray and Porter are eyeball to eyeball.
Hey, take it easy, Kevin.
And Unseld steps in and says, Mr. Ray, if we're going to go to it, go at it with someone your own size, please.
So here goes Kevin right here. Gets fouled with a continuation.
Feisty Kevin Porter, who once was making overtures toward Al Attles. And Wes Unseld said, Kevin, if you get into it with him, you are on your own, sir. Al Attles, one of the tougher men to ever play in the NBA.
Yes, he was.
Oscar Robertson's skin underneath all 10 of his fingernails. He was that tough defensively. Berry with the ball. Reardon with a hand on him. Berry waits to make a move. Left side, comes baseline up, jump shot. Quick pass down, court to Mike Reardon inside of Berry, who got a hand on it. Clean block. Tremendous defensive play. Mullins is back for the Warriors. Waits now. Gives it off to C.J. C.J. comes inside, down the lane, comes up shot. Battle underneath Dickey, has it taken away. Hayes, outlet Reardon, here comes Porter. We got a 3-on-1. Chenier breaks down to the right side. Pass goes Reardon, he's underneath, almost too far. He is too far. Johnson comes out with a rebound. Reardon down. Johnson back for the Warriors. Here's the pass to Mullins. Mullins holds up, comes up now. Off the front end, Mullins at the offensive board, won't go in too far, out of bounds. Ball belongs to the Warriors.
They're battling Clifford Ray underneath that basket. He battled against Ansel and Hayes, and the balls are watered over to Golden State. But on that fast break a while ago, Porter should have stopped on the foul line. The situation, he got in too tight, and Reardon could not handle the ball at all.
They put Ray in, added height on the inbounds pass. 5-point basketball game. Hold on, says Richie Carswell, got a foul. And it is against Derek Dickey, who was pushing off to get position in that situation. Dickey says, I was pushing back. But as so often happens in sports, the first guy doesn't get noticed. 10:15 for the third quarter. Porter brings it back down for the Bullets. Johnson watches here. Porter fakes a move and holds up. Here's Chenier. He's open, and Ray came over on him. Unseld yanks it down. Won't go. Dickey pulls it down. It's heavy under those boards right now. C.J. on the left side on the attack for the Warriors. Rotates over right. Berry comes back over left side. Behind Dickey, they go Berry. Berry now has Reardon turn around, roll right-handed hook. Not there, Unseld sweeps it down. Outlet pass, and Porter's on the left side. Bill Bridges will check in. It's getting that physical. Reardon fakes, gets inside Johnson. Berry is there.
Oh, good fake shot. But I think Porter could have pitched that ball over to the left lane to Elvin Hayes, who really came out of there on that break.
Bullets lead it by 7. C.J. back on the attack, goes with a closed fist. Mullins rotates to the Berry side. They've got 4-on-1. Dickey is all alone the other side. Not the Chenier Warriors, and here comes Bridges.
In that situation like that with Reardon and Chenier, they can switch on Rick Berry, especially outside. I think Reardon doesn't look to be as strong as he really is. I think he's much stronger than people think that he is. He can switch on Rick Berry to stop that long jump shot because Rick is, hey, he's starting to score now. More, I should say.
So, Bill Bridges, who has been here so many times in the past, 111 NBA playoff games. You bring all that experience and all that muscle into this game. Beginning June 1st, the CBS Tennis Classic returns for 13 weeks with an elimination tournament involving 16 of the world's top players. Watch for that tournament beginning June 1st on CBS. Rebounding, third quarter. Washington 3, Golden State 7.
And, you know, that's surprising, but I guess with Derek Dickey in the ball game, I guess it evens out a little bit because Hayes and Unseld have been at the top rebound list all year long, along with Salas and Dave Calvins of Boston.
Golden State will have the ball, and Elvin Hayes is taking Bridges on that side. They come to Rick Berry. Reardon watches him. They had 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Cliff Ray. Turnaround, not there. That'll knock out of bounds. Garrettson rules it was touched last by Golden State. It'll be Chenier. Backcourt pressure by the Warriors.
In a situation like that, that's when Clifford needs a little turn and hook shot. Because he got Reardon on him, who's 6'4" against 6'9". He should just turn that ball right in instead of trying to jam it up.
Unseld out high has the bounce pass from Porter. Ray is all over him. They come Elvin Hayes. Mullins is on him on the switch off. Not this time. Loose ball. CJ's got it down. Leads the break. Porter picks him up on the right side. CJ passes off. There he let it go through his hands.
Yeah, he was there, but CJ got up off his feet. A little too tough a pass, and it went out of bounds. Another turnover.
7-point Washington lead. 8:55 for the third quarter. Unseld in the backcourt to help out. They do not need it. Porter has the ball. Brings it up against CJ. Unseld waits to set the pick out very high. Porter doesn't use it. They come Reardon. Pass inside. Hayes knocked away by Bridges. Hayes comes up firing. Not a good shot. Ray battles, knocks it off of Unseld, and Johnson comes over and has it. Johnson brings it down for the Warriors. Pumps it to the left side where Porter is waiting. Johnson trying to get baseline. Porter trying to cut him off. Johnson still maneuvering. Outside. Out there it is Chenier with a rebound for Washington. Here is Reardon. Berry is back. Reardon to the basket. Fine move. Couldn't hit it. Mullins back. It is 5-on-4. Reardon is trailing. Berry's man is back. So Berry takes a shot out. So was there. And Hayes pulls down a rebound. Hayes slips it off to Chenier. Phil Smith is ready to check into the game. Chenier at that left baseline. Up fine. Hayes
that's the second time he hit a shot like that on Mullins. He had good defense. He actually hit the ball, but he fouled him on a jump shot. In a play, this is the type of play when you got to really take the defensive positioning and you got to take the play away from the other team. Chenier comes down 2-on-2. Defense is back, but he made the shot.
Elvin Hayes is out, and Leonard Robinson has come in. Ray sweeps down the boards and gives it to Phil Smith. Hayes leaves with 4 of 13 from the field. He has been cold. Smith now comes over left side. Chenier watches behind it. It is Cliff Ray out high. Ray holds up. Shot clock inside of 10 seconds. Bridges sets a pick. Ray's not a ball handler. Here we go to Berry inside. Great pass to Mullins. There was a whistle.
Oh, it was a great play that time. Rick
3-second violation.
Rick's a very good passing situation like that, Ben. He really could have taken the shot, but he got it down to Mullins. In the lane for 3 seconds.
7:40 for the third quarter, a 9-point Washington lead. Smith is taking Porter. Has a left hand on him. They come down south. Quickly, Robinson, he's all alone. Can't hit it. But Reardon on a second tap in has it.
The 6'4" forward gets the offensive rebound and puts it in.
They may have to get Derek Dickey back into this game to help out on these boards.
Well, they got Phil Smith in right now. Maybe that'll give him some help.
Smith wheels Berry. Here's Mullins posting Kevin Porter. Bounce pass back out to Smith. Smith gets inside and hits.
Washington may have to shift Reardon outside because they're going to take Luke Porter inside and try to post him as much as possible.
Knocked away Mullins. Here comes Berry. Berry brings it down. Taken away by Phil Chenier. It is 2-on-1. Ray takes Chenier. Unseld back Chenier. Ray over. There was a foul. As Clifford Ray came over on Phil Chenier.
He was almost with 2-on-1. Veteran ball players got a lot of experience in situations like that. And Clifford Ray fouled it.
Taking a look at that foul situation, of course, the reason why Dickey is out is because he has 4. C.J. or Charles Johnson has 3. And Clifford Ray 3. No one on Washington with 3 fouls. We have been seeking contributions to help the U.S. Olympic team next year. And a couple weeks ago, I said that I hope the athletes received all the benefit of it. And I received a phone call from the U.S. Olympic Committee, and they told me that next year, for the first time, expenses will be paid for athletes who are going to the trials. So that is a step in the right direction, and you can help send our best athletes by sending a contribution to that address right there.
That's good in situations like that because other countries are fully financed their Olympic teams, and I think the USA is a wealthy country. They can afford to do the same.
Absolutely. So we come to the free throw line. And Washington has been extremely successful here tonight. 6:52 left in the third. 61-52 the score. And they build themselves a 10-point lead. Mullins and Smith will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. back to work. Chenier working on Smith. New respect after Sunday. Smith looking for someone to pass. Ray comes way out. Good Washington defense right now. Mullins, Berry was pushed off. And Garrettson called the foul on Kevin Porter, his third.
And Kevin didn't like that either. Let's see that again. Oh, no, he never touched it. Rick had his hand.
Smith gets inside. Chenier is hurt. He's down on one knee. Basket counts. Bill Ford will have to come out, I believe. Hold on. Chenier is down on his right knee. Reardon is there. They're waiting. Now Chenier gets back up. He slipped and wrenched the knee.
And here Kevin Porter's in foul trouble again here on this play. And he's going out of the ball game.
So Porter with 4 fouls and an injured right shoulder is not going to leave the game because of that injury to Chenier. That will cause a change in the backcourt. That's why KC is talking to Clem Haskins. It is the left leg. Chenier injured. Smith completes the three-point play.
But when he got up, I think he was on his way out corner, that is, by Haskins coming in for him. But he saw Chenier had gotten injured.
Unseld passes off to Robinson on the drive, comes inside, and there was a whistle. Offense, they'll come this way. Bill Ford tending to Phil Chenier's left leg. He has been a tremendous performer against Al Allen's team tonight. Now Smith makes a move right on Haskins. Goes to Bridges. Robinson gambles, misses. Smith with the ball. Chenier's all right. He's coming back in. Smith misses. Unseld yanks it down. Has it taken away by Ray to Mullins.
Good play that time by Clifford Ray.
Porter checks the clock. 6 points. That's the difference. 5:54 for the third quarter. Kevin comes over Reardon. Hold on, says Darryl Garrettson.
Well, doesn't look like Chenier's hurt that bad after all. But here he comes back in the game with the Big E.
So Elvin Hayes is back after that rest. He's hit only 4 of 13. For Berry, his second foul. Bridges pushing Hayes already. Here's Reardon. Not there, and Berry yanks down the rebound. They can pull it within 4 as Rick Berry comes to the attack for Golden State. Almost went up with a shot. Thought better of it. Waits. Here is Phil Smith. Smith playing a game. Slides around. Reardon on the switch. Ray on the pick. Back goes Smith the other way. Right baseline. Back to Berry. Not there. Ray was pushing against Hayes. There was a loose ball foul.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is the 4th foul against Ray.
And that'll put them in a bonus again.
So it has been free throw. Which has done so much damage to the Golden State Warriors here in the Cowpats.
Right now.
63 to 57 from the line. 22. Hayes comes to the line.
And Clifford sitting on the bench, doesn't like it. But he has really done a great job for this Golden State team on the boards this year.
A cold shooting night for the Big E.
And he gets the second one.
Smith back. Inside of 5:20 left in third. Bridges bounces into Mullins. Now they come Smith, who comes down the right baseline. Hayes switches off, taken away Washington. Here comes Chenier. Has Haskins and Reardon with him. Berry and Mullins are back on defense. Pass almost out of bounds. Smith over there trapping against Haskins. In the corner he has it. Now he comes back to Chenier. Here's Elvin Hayes against Bridges. Double team, triple team. Tried to pass it off, went out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a bad mistake by the Big E. He was triple team. He should have looked for the open man because he was triple team, 2 guys are open.
Bridges comes down to help out. Gives off to Phil Smith. Smith comes to the right corner. Comes behind George Johnson to replace Ray. Smith up with a jump shot. At the boards, Johnson was fouled as he came over on the tap.
It looks like the Big E. And it is
his 3rd foul. And still they will go out of bounds because Washington not getting the penalty situation. KC telling Darrell Garretson to call the game even, but I'll tell you what, they've got no complaint. Washington has shot 26 free throws and made 20. Golden State has shot 8 and made only 7. So it is at the free throw line where Washington has pulled ahead. Even though K.C. Jones has been substituting much more liberally in Game 2, his bench is still being outscored by Golden State 17-9. But Oscar made the good point that there are more men coming off the Golden State bench, and they play more minutes than their counterparts with Washington. Nick Weatherspoon is now in the game and off that bench again for Jones. Smith for the basketball, working against Chenier. Spoon has Rick Barry. Let's watch that matchup. Spoon keeps a right hand on him. Pass inside, knocked away. Right to George Johnson.
The defense was there, but they couldn't recover the basketball. George Johnson dunks it in.
Haskins, double team, pass to Chenier. Wheel to Unseld. Smith back quickly in a hurry. Unseld holds it up high, comes to Clem Haskins, who takes a shot outside. Not there. Barry insisting he was fouled, and then Paul Witherspoon with a miss, and George Johnson yanks down the board. Here comes Mullins. It is a 5-point game. Mullins with that high dribble of his. Comes to Smith. Smith now waits. Reels left. Haskins trying to stay with him. Down the lane. Dishes off to Mullins, who is at the baseline. Barry is out. Johnson wants it cross court. Bridges. Not there. Push underneath. Loose ball foul. May have been against Chenier.
Yes, it was.
That is his second foul. Kevin Porter has 4. He fouled out of the first game. Kevin on the bench. Right now is Haskins and Chenier working in Jones' backcourt. Smith calls the play. They have a play where he throws it in and he takes a quick pass back. But they come out the other side. Here he is. But the lane is not open. He cannot get back down. It is Rick Barry. Witherspoon. Hand right on it. Barry inside. Dish Mullins. Back Rick Barry.
Defensive players on Rick Barry cannot afford to help out in situations like that, Frank. He's got to stay on top of Rick because Rick is really shooting well now.
It is a 3-point game and a bad pass. Saved Golden State. They can pull it within 1. It is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. They are at it again. With a miss this time. Almost saved, but Bridges stepped out of bounds.
See this play here? The ball's over E's head. Rick does a great job saving that ball there.
He sure did, and he has scored 29 points so far for the Warriors. Spoon comes down as the forward to help out against the pressure. They come back to Chenier, who gets it across the timeline. Chenier comes left side. Mullins has Hayes on the switch. Bridges goes back. Porter must hurry. He saves it. Comes over to Witherspoon. Now, they've got about 8 seconds to get the shot off. Kevin Porter dealing against Smith. Wilkes will check back in. There was a foul, and Unseld is complaining to Richie Powell. It's against 32. Bridges was holding. And Richie Powers goes down to move the security guard from in front of the 24-second shot clock to K.C. Jones' right. The security guard down there is trying to move the photographers and some of the fans back. He accidentally got in front of the shot clock, and on defense, the team must look at the shot clock on that side, and Unseld could not tell how much was left.
No, he couldn't. I say a lot of players don't take advantage of the shot clock situation like that, but a lot of others do.
Is Elvin Hayes at the free throw line for the Bullets. They need these. They've got them. Back to 5. 3:23 left here in the third quarter. Mullins and Smith. Bridges and Wilkes now are the forwards. Rick Barry will take a rest. Smith gives back to Mullins, and Charles Johnson will check back in. Mullins outside. Not there. That battle underneath. Mullins finally pulls it down. A second shot. He's got it.
You see that shot by Jeff having a good play.
Experience was the difference there. Mullins patiently got back inside and used the backboard. They are back to within 3. 2:59 in the third. Porter brings it down. Now pops out. Smith had cut him off from the lane. Chenier tries to rotate across. Unseld has it against George Johnson. Porter wheels quickly. Chenier wants to jump it.
Yeah. Same with that young man as with Rick Barry. They got to get right on top of him.
Bill Smith back in a hurry for the Warriors.
They're going to post Jeff Mullins down low on Ford, I'm sure.
Smith is open, right baseline.
But the play was supposed to go to Jeff Mullins to post Kevin Porter underneath the basket, but Smith got open and knocked it in.
Here's Witherspoon holding it up for the Bullets. Turns on Wilkes, who was right there. He is a five. Chenier, and it is Johnson. And when they came back down, it was on Nick Witherspoon. And it was in the backcourt.
And the squad, K.C. Jones is up. He doesn't like what he sees right now. These Warriors are really taking it to the Bullets.
Give it away, girl. Give it away.
And he can make this a one-point game if Wilkes hits these two free throws. He's got 3 for 2.
Wilkes comes to the line. He is the only starter on the floor right now for Al Adams.
No, Charlie Johnson's out there,
He's
Brent.
back out. 2 of 5. So Barry is being rested. Ray is out. And it is 68-67.
Well, it's gotten tight now.
I have seen this before. Kevin Porter on the left. Johnson has him. Porter slides by him. Comes back out to Nick Witherspoon. Wilkes is with him. They come Chenier. Smith got over with a tremendous lead. Johnson comes down. These guys can go back ahead. Here is Smith. Down goes Porter. No whistle. Smith now comes back and regains it. Chenier is hurt. Now he comes back. Johnson's open there. Unbelievable.
I think Chenier's shoe came off, Rick.
Unfortunately for K.C. Jones and Washington, it appears to be a tennis shoe and not that injured knee, although trainer Bill Ford comes out just to make sure. They want to check.
Yes, they do.
Now it is K.C. Jones. Now remember, he's checking with Ford as to how many timeouts he has.
Give it away, Darryl. Give it away.
You see, he is very unhappy with the officiating so far here in the second half. As the game begins to slide away, he was jumping on Darryl Garretson.
I think Bill Chenier just said he got shoved after he took that shot. And these Warrior fans have really come alive here. Hey, we talk about a bunch of guys who really pull it together, fight as much as they can, and they're here in these finals.
An overhead view of the Cow Palace as now we slide down and see the Washington bench. Let's listen to what K.C. Jones has to say.
We got Smith. Bill Smith. Let's make Charlie bring it up and let's play Smith without it. If Smith is bringing it up and gets a pick, jump switch on it.
I got Bill over soul weight. Let's go, come on.
Hey, Newbie.
Yeah, right. Don't delay the game. Don't knock the ball. Let's go, come on. Way to Jack. Way to go, Jack. Go. All right, let's go.
Now it is Al Adams talking to the Warriors.
Come on, play good defense. Come on, let's go. Come on.
An amazing collection of athletes.
No, that's true. He makes substitution after substitution, and they just seem to get better, Brent.
And it is always a different combination. It's never the same five who do the job. There is a lack of jealousy on that team also. That permits substitutes to come out there and play, and the starters don't sit over there and sulk all night.
Well, that's a unique team then.
Here is Chenier handing it back to Kevin Porter. Warriors lead by a point. Porter comes across, gives to Unseld out high. West now holds it up, sets the play. He's the pick man, waiting for someone to break free. Good Warrior defense, and it is Chenier. Bridges has him. Chenier comes out to Kevin Porter, takes a shot outside. Not there, the battle of the boards. Controlled by Unseld, and he's fouled as he went up to take the shot.
That time Unseld had that shot. I guess he just sort of realized that the defense was behind him. He gave a little head fake, and he gets a foul out of it.
Bridges' second foul. You can watch 32 again, and look at the bodies underneath the board. One collision after another.
Some rough action.
And when Bridges fouls you, you feel it when you come to the line. We are tied at 69. 1:19 to go, third quarter. Game 2, NBA championship. The Warriors lead it 1-9. And hold on. Does not count. He stepped over the line. It's a violation. Let's bring it the other way.
I think that was a Big E that time. He stepped over the line before the ball hit the rim, so it goes over to Golden State. I think we're going to see a backdoor play now if they can get it set up by Golden State.
CJ working in the backcourt against Kevin Porter. Silver comes out. Reardon has him. Smith was cut off.
Yeah, he thinks the backdoor play is working, but Smith got there a little too early.
Whoops, for the jump shot.
Hey, all right.
All right, Oscar, you're getting warmed up.
Good shot. He's been out of this ball game for a long time.
Porter wheels over to one side. Intercepted Bill Bridges. Pass to CJ. Unseld drops back. CJ deals Bridges basket.
Well, these Warriors are really starting to roll now, Brick. They're starting to really put it together.
A 4-point Golden State lead. Inside at 40 seconds left in the third. Hayes for the ball. They would take total command if they can go 2 legs up. Reardon inside. Johnson was there, but call it goaltending to get in the basket.
Good play by Johnson to get up and try to get that shot, but he should have let that go. Bridges steals this ball here, gets it over to Charlie Johnson, and they're off and running.
Listen to the crowd here. The Cow Palace, they've been alive. This team twice trailed by 13 points. Settling back down, the Warriors come on the attack, leading by a pair of points. Bridges across that timeline, violation.
Yep.
He was over and back as he came back to help out. He did not get there in time.
In a situation like that, when the guards are being pressure like that, the forwards have got to look and see what's going on. They can't play with their back to the basket. They got to come back down and help them in those situations like that.
Rick Barry looks like he wants to come back in the game. 20 seconds to go in the third. Hayes comes to Kevin Porter. Washington can tie it. Addles yelling something to his defense to set up. He is up along that sideline. Chenier out deep.
Oh, good shot by Bill that time.
5 seconds to go. They are tied. Johnson with the last shot. He must hurry at the buzzer. Not there.
What a quarter. We got a tie ball game now. New life.
So the Golden State Warriors, as they have all year long, have come back. 12 minutes, regulation to go.
Grant, I'll tell you one thing. If these Golden State Warriors win this basketball game, they got a game to play again Friday. Look out.
So this could be the most important 12 minutes of the playoffs for the Bullets. And again, they control the tap. Unseld gives to Chenier. Here is Porter going to Reardon. Porter comes over to the left. Chenier is open back door. Johnson came in and he fouled him.
He rolled in and hung up there on the rim, but it finally went in.
Foul was on George Johnson. That's his first.
I can see why they want to keep Chenier healthy. He has turned in a tremendous performance.
Yes, he has, and I tell you, he's a premier guard. They got to have him in the ball game along with Porter because Porter doesn't have that good outside shot, and Phil does.
That was the first foul against George Johnson. Chenier completes the three-point play, and the Bullets lead by that minute. Smith is back. Chenier watches him. Rick Barry and Reardon going at it again. It is going to be a dog fight. Smith out deep. Not there. Unseld yanks it down. Reardon was all over Barry that time. Here comes Kevin Porter.
Well, the Big E was down, of course, that time. They had a 2-man back on one defender.
Reardon holds up, and Barry is watching him. Hayes comes to this side. Keith Brooks has him with both hands. They come deep. Kevin Porter.
Well, I tell you, Bella guy started to hit. He's a logical guy to sag off of because he doesn't shoot that well from the outside. But if you try to embarrass a guy, he usually makes it.
The Bullets move ahead by 5. At the baseline is Charles Johnson. Not this time. Barry won't go. Wilkes battling offensive board.
Did you see that rebound Wilkes took away from Big E? Hey, he really got in the air then.
10:50 for the game. Washington leading by 3. Porter trying to get something going. He's playing with 4 fouls. Comes around. Unseld did not pick Johnson off completely. Now Hayes comes out of the loose ball. Comes up fire. Off the top, the battle underneath. Unseld has a block by George Johnson, and here comes CJ. Keys it. It is Smith underneath to George Johnson. He threw up a bad off-balance shot, but he gets it back to Rick Barry.
And he knocked it in. They were all over him, but he still put it in. And the Bullets lead by 1.
10-12 to go. Final quarter. Porter controlling it. CJ checks for the pick. None there. Unseld out high. Back to Porter as they play catch. Here is Chenier against Smith. Porter gets open with CJ dropped off. They come in. Not there. Yellow jersey. Smith will bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Billy off his head out of bounds. He led him too much with that pass down the length of the court.
Yeah, I think he saw Unseld come over and felt that Rick was going to take off, but he didn't, and he threw the ball out of bounds right over Rick's hand.
1 foul against Golden State, none against Washington on the team side. Inside of 9:50 for the game. Porter is back. Bullets lead by a point as they wheel it. Chenier. Off, and here comes CJ. Smith ahead of him. They bring it down in a hurry. Johnson rolls right to Wilkes. Wilkes looks at the seam, puts a move on Hayes, comes up with his jump shot. Smooth as silk when he's hitting it. Well, Warriors back again, and they were down by 5 moments ago. Hayes, and hold on, it will not count. Porter arguing with Richie Powers, and it was basket interference. Hayes is now over-complaining. He was up above the top of the circle in the alley-oop.
He's right about that, but that was supposed to be a pass, a live pass to the Big E, but hey, Richie's right. He was over the rim and hit the ball.
Smith comes CJ, left side, Barry knocked out Reardon. And Barry is complaining, saying how much of this do I have to take?
Hey, the Big E got a technical out of this. That's unusual for him. He really has been a changed man this year.
So the technical against Elvin, and Rick Barry complained after that call.
I think what he really felt was that it was a pass all the way. That's the play they used, but the ball was over the rim, and he hit it.
Keith Wilkes. Reardon brings up left side. Robinson's going to check back in. Here comes Reardon. Barry chases him. Warriors lead it by 4. 8:54 game. Porter holds it up. What a story this could be. Porter inside. Knocked away Smith. Reardon right there for the Bullets outside with a shot. 2-point basketball game. Johnson inbounds to Smith. Back come the Warriors.
You know, Golden State's defense is very good underneath the basket. They really are playing them tough.
George Johnson gives it to Smith, who holds it up now. Looks for something to develop. Rolls over to the left side around Barry. Reardon is on him on the switch. They come inside to Wilkes. Hayes is there. Keith Wilkes gets inside of Hayes.
Great move by the rookie Wilkes.
Reardon is back. 4 points. Golden State leads. Here is Wes Unseld out at the top of the circle. Tightens up, loses dribble, goes Porter. Porter fakes Hayes. Now holds up. Takes a shot. Off the front. Tipped out. Barry's got it. 2-on-1. CJ's on his left. Barry goes there on the hand.
Great shot that time by Rick. And Washington's going to call a timeout. And these Warriors are starting to really turn it on, Rick.
And it is Keith Wilkes who has scored 8 points in the Cow Palace in the 4th quarter. To Keys, still another comeback to the cardiac quids ever quit. I don't believe I witnessed anything like this since the New York Mets made their run in 1969. I got to be honest, I didn't think there was any way Golden State could play with this team. And the 3rd game of this series coming up on CBS Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll go back to Washington for Game 4 on Sunday, so you realize how important the final 7:59 is for the Bullets. They could fall behind by 2 games and face playing a 3rd out here in San Francisco Friday night.
And that's a tough task for any team to overcome. 2 down, being the best out of 7. And this team's bench, Golden State, is much, much tougher than people ever thought.
They've outscored Washington 27-9. Those are the 2 benches. Kevin Porter with the ball. They trail by 6. Unseld has to come on. Golden State have their hands all over the place right now. Porter comes in, gives off to Chenier. Chenier has 26, comes up. Not there. Johnson takes it down outlet to CJ. CJ and Smith on the break. Here's Wilkes. He's got it.
Hey! Hey, man!
Here's Hayes, and Robinson is here. Here is Smith. Out there, and Leonard Robinson pulls it down. So it is Robinson, Witherspoon, and Unseld up front, Chenier, and Porter in the backcourt. Against Smith, C.J., Wilkes, George Johnson, and Rick Barry. Unseld holds it high. Casey has gone to his bench here late in this game. Wheels over to Nick Witherspoon against Barry. Barry there with him, and Spoon can't hit it. Unseld goes up, and the other is a loose ball foul. It is against George Johnson. And the second team foul against Golden State so far. No team fouls against Washington. Spoon has it knocked away, Barry. Comes back right side, and Barry right there again. Wilkes pulls it down, and Rick Barry doing a masterful defensive job against Witherspoon. Down goes Porter. Offense says Garrison against Smith. Bring it the other way.
Well, that time I thought Smith was changed dribbles and move away from that time, but he's ran right into Porter. But Rick is doing a great defensive job on Spoon, and they're going to take him out now. They come back with Mike Reardon into the ball game.
Porter comes up against C.J. 6:20 left for the basketball game. Bounce pass to Unseld. Out at the top of the circle against Johnson comes Porter right side against C.J. Porter waits. Chenier pops out. He has 26. Whistle.
Yeah.
Hold on. Counts. And Chenier was fouled.
And Rick doesn't like that. He didn't think a foul in there.
Team foul against Golden State. Rattles from the sideline. Telling Rick to cool down a little bit.
See that play again. Chenier has the ball right here. I really didn't see him touch him either.
So he got Unseld. Remember the basket counted. Free throw misses. C.J. jumps inside. It is Wilkes who has the ball. Golden State leading by 4.
Evidently, Barry fouled out. So he grabbed him trying to get outside to Chenier.
And a foul detected against Mike Reardon. I believe it was holding up his third. Smith calls a play. C.J. backs out for the pass. Shot clock out of full 24 seconds. Smith holds the ball high. Barry all over the place. Pops out. Unseld has him. Switch off. Barry takes up jump shot. Not there. Porter. C.J. out of bounds. Golden State.
Good call. That Porter should have gone and tried to get that ball after hitting it.
5:44 for the basketball game. Warriors lead it by 4. Here's Johnson trying to get in. Cut off by Porter. Right baseline. His spot.
Yeah.
Down left side for the Bullets. Holds up. Chenier rotating underneath on the right side. Robinson waits for Reardon to pop back out. Chenier is held up by Wilkes. Can't get there. Now he is there. Now goes Reardon. Reardon maneuvers. Reardon covered up by Barry. Here's Chenier. Chenier pops Kevin Porter. Porter penetrates. Gets Chenier. And away. Offense.
Well, that's what happens when you jump. You start to drive in a tight situation like that. You leave your feet. You might get a foul like that. That's his 5th foul. They got to leave men now.
Elvin Hayes has checked back in, and Robinson goes to the sideline. 5:10 to go. Porter playing with 5 fouls.
They should take Porter down underneath the basket right now. Try to post him underneath.
Johnson does not as he fakes it, comes back outside. Leave it open for Wilkes. Fake inside. Wilkes is tied up. Pops it back out to Phil Smith. They are inside of 6 seconds on the shot clock. They must hurry. 3 seconds. Barry gets it. Wilkes is on a low 1 second. Not this time. Unseld. Outlet to Porter. Here they come, playing by 6. Barry was back on defense. Porter penetrates. Gives off Chenier. Not there. Barry hits the board.
I tell you, Porter was supposed to get in his 6th foul. Then he jumped in there at the end and went up against Smith, but Smith backed away. Should have stayed there.
Warriors lead by 6. 4:27 for the game. Smith holding up. Chenier with a left hand on him. Smith telling Barry something.
They're going to work this ball to Rick.
Hold on, says Richie Powers. He's over saying something to Wilkes.
Well, they've changed some elbows in there.
Shot clock will recycle the 10. I believe Richie Powers was just warning both of them over there. Stop the game to cool people off a little bit. Smith with the ball inside of 5. Again, and it is Elvin Hayes who pulls it down. Wilkes deflects it, and here comes Smith. Fine defense again by Keith Wilkes.
Yeah, this is a smart play by Phil. He had the ball. He could have taken a that clock. Uses that clock good.
They lead it by 6. You never know he's a rookie the way he plays. Reardon with the right hand on him. That means Chenier has Barry. Smith makes a shot, not there, and Hayes down with a rebound. They can pull it within 4. Chenier on the left side. Porter goes ahead, knocked out by Barry. Ball goes to the bullet.
They got to get a little better on the pass. Defense is real sticky, so they got to be much more careful.
Robinson has checked back in, and Hayes goes out. It has been a long, frustrating game for Elvin Hayes. Here is Reardon, gets inside, Barry, pass, Unseld, Johnson was there.
Tommy underneath that basket. Although he fouled Unseld there, Dan with his body, he still blocked that shot.
14 fouls against Golden State, only 1 against Washington. 3:38 for the game. Al Attles telling his players to run play number 3 when they come back up. Unseld hits both free throws. And here comes Smith.
And time is running out.
A 4-point game at 3:32. Defense, vital right here for K.C. Jones. Smith holds it up, sets the play. Wilkes working against Robinson. They come to Barry. Here is Barry now. Wilkes slides through the lane. No pass, so Barry pops it outside. Unseld to the boards. And Washington can pull it within 2. Chenier in the right corner holds up, comes back out to Unseld. Off the front of the rim. Here comes C.J.
Yeah, they're going to use that clock up now. Al wants to time out. This is a good move because I think Golden State work a little better, get some better shots. You know, you're going down, you're trying to work to the clock. Guys shooting long shots, they can work underneath a little better. Try to get him into a little more foul situation. Maybe it'll help him later.
Al Attles has just set up 2 plays on the sideline. The plays that Oscar Robinson watched them work all afternoon and practice the backdoor play. They want to go number 1 Wilkes. Second time down, they'll try Rick Barry. So Wilkes is working against Robinson, and he will try to burn the rookie. Rookie against rookie. Johnson has the ball left side. They set the play on this side. Wilkes standing still on the right side. Robinson with a hand on him. Wilkes slides through. They go to Wilkes. Robinson with good defense. Wilkes will have the hook on it. Not there. Good defense by Robinson against that play. Here comes Reardon. Gets off to Kevin Porter. They can pull it within 2 points.
Yeah, they got to score here. They can't mess around with the ball because time is running out. They got to get something.
Chenier has it knocked away by Barry, picked up as Smith. 2:28 remain to be played.
Great play by Barry. He tagged off his man. He was excited in that situation.
Now they want Rick Barry. Johnson comes over, Reardon watching him. Very slowly walking, makes a move. Reardon right with him. They cannot set it. Johnson now comes around and they use a Barry screen. Jumper for the shot. No. Back to Rick Barry. Wills to Smith. Smith holds it up. Shot clock recycle to 24. 2 minutes left in the game. Smith over on the right side. They come now to 10. Good Washington defense. Wilkes to the basket on Unseld. It is Robinson again. 2 fine defensive plays by the rookie.
Good block.
There is Porter across that timeline. Again, Washington pulled it within 2. Here's their hot hand.
Yep. Within 2 now.
30 points for Chenier. A 2-point game at 1:37. Smith down working against Chenier. C.J. has Porter. Now they wait to see what they've got. Attles down to the timeline. He cannot cross it. George Johnson holds up. Shot clock moves down toward 5. Smith takes the shot. Out. Chenier has it. And Washington can tie the score. And K.C. Jones wants court position. And he also would like to set some strategy over there in the huddle.
Yep.
To see if they can set the 1 play which would tie the score.
Yeah, right now the only guy I see that's hot for them is Chenier, and I'm sure Golden State's going to try to counteract this.
Trainer Bill Ford on the right. Assistant coach underneath Bickerstaff.
It goes all the way through. You get some on it, right? On the 4th you cut back to the inside this time.
You want everybody on the offensive boards now? Yes, yeah.
Get somebody back.
As soon as West makes the pass to, he's standing halfway away from me, 1 pass away from me. And as soon as Phil gets the ball, West throws Phil the ball, he just lunges in and tries to get a piece of it.
Can you come on here this time? hit him or you coming off me?
No, leave him alone. Let him hit.
West,
Because he's lunging in. You do the same thing you did before.
after you hit me, come down and give me a pick.
I'm hoping you're going to be in a shooting position.
Well,
As close as you were last time.
I'm not. I'm going to get it going.
Running the 4. Hit Mike. If he's off, he got the shot. I want to go. Okay. Hit Leonard on it. Huh? Hit Leonard on the 4. If he's not off, then you reverse back.
Interesting that KC is sending his players down underneath the offensive board.
Everybody on the board. Look for Sinead. I'm going to
And Al Anos counters by sending his men underneath the board. We're going to have some collisions with it.
Yeah.
The crowd in the Cow Palace giving the Warriors a standing ovation at 1:15.
Now, this is a crucial play for Washington. They got to get this move. If they don't, if Golden State come down and scores, it'll be very tough to look on 4 points in a minute because Golden State's playing very well.
Wants Kevin Porter's attention. Kevin still did not hear him. Chenier gives in the ball. So CJ picks up Porter. We move down to him at 10. Wants to make the basket to tie. Unsell. Wheels Robinson. Holds up. Goes back to Porter. Porter maneuvers in. Comes off to Reardon. Barry is on him. Pushing Reardon. Comes up. It's caught. Then he fouled it. Reardon made the basket. He'll come to the line. He was fouled by Rick Barry. They have been pushing and shoving against each other all night. And now it is Reardon with a chance to put the Bullets ahead. 101 on that clock.
Great move by Reardon. Great cut shot.
Oh, Mike Reardon, who had an off first game, has come back with a vengeance in game 2. Now, Bullets leading by a point. Back come the Warriors. We go down to 55 seconds. Smith against Chenier. They will. Barry wants it. Not this time. Unseld sweeps it down. Gives off the quarter. 47 seconds. A basket would look awfully big right here for the Bullets.
He's calling play number C.
They give it off to Wes Unseld out high. They're doing it without Elvin Hayes. He's on the bench. He's had an off night. Porter holds it up. Shot clock moves down towards 5 seconds. Porter now. They'll have to get something going. On the penetration off the Robinson on the turnaround shot. Not there, taking out Johnson. 25. Barry! Not there. And there was a foul. Hold on. Reardon and Barry went out over there. Rick went down. That's the table. There's to be all right on that breakaway. Foul was on Reardon, who was coming in behind Barry. And a pushing foul.
It was a great clutch pass that time by George Johnson to get that ball out of there.
That is hand on his left arm.
He was lucky he didn't score that basket.
So you could not pick a better man to come to the free throw line in this situation than Rick Barry.
That's true.
He was trailed by a point, and he is deadly. Put a blindfold on him, and he can hit these.
Well, he ties it up.
There's Bill Garrison. I don't know how many feet they wanted him away. 6 feet in that situation. Warriors lead it.
Yeah, they'll call timeout to get it at half court. With 23 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Now you have Elvin Hayes on the bench. He is 3 of 14. So Bill Chenier has had the hot hand all night for Washington. He's had 30 points. He's out. Allen brings his team over to center's defense.
You can't block everything. No, Unseld had inside position now. Everybody stay with their own man. If they come off a screen, switch it, and somebody get the man who sets the screen and go through. Now, on Chenier, when the ball comes in, especially on Porter, everybody can't converge on him because he dumps the ball out. If he makes a jump shot, let him beat us with it. Now, let's go. Come on. Let's go now. Let's go to West on the 1C back door. Okay, call the 1C, and they go overplay you this side, and we swing it to Mike, and you just go down the hole. So wait a minute. That's the 1C back door for West. They gonna overplay it. If you ain't overplaying them, then we're gonna run the ready to score.
They're not overplaying and running regular 1C. Run the regular 1C.
You got 23 seconds.
If he's not overplaying it. If he's overplaying it, then we're going to West with it, to Mike with it. Looking for you going down the middle. Time, guys. You got the whole game for it. You know, when you get it,
most important 23 seconds of the season for the Washington Bullets.
And everything right now, no matter what play they call, depends on them getting this ball into this court to start the play. Because I'm sure Golden State's going to be overplaying. They got to make sure they don't let anyone go jump in front and steal this ball.
Elvin Hayes has checked back in for the last 23 seconds. That was Washington's last timeout. Al Attles has 3 remaining. 23 seconds to go. A 1-point basketball game. The Warriors are ahead. We heard Attles say, if Porter's going to beat us, let him. Don't all go to him, and it is Porter. Now 20 seconds on that game clock. You can watch it count down. C.J. on him, it is Wesley Unseld. Unseld holds up high now. Double team. They try to trap on him. He comes back to Phil Chenier, tries to maneuver. Clogged up. Here's Reardon. Up firing. In and out. Won't go. Hayes with an offensive rebound back. Won't go. Warriors have done it again. They've done it again. Unbelievable. The Golden State Warriors have won the first 2 games of the NBA championship for the Washington Bullets. They were an underdog. Most people said they'd lose 4 in a row. They have won the first 2. An incredible performance.
And I'll tell you, Brett, Washington's in a deep hole right now, and it remains to be seen if they can get out of it by themselves or not. But I think Golden State has got the momentum, the confidence, and they got everything together.
Oh, the Golden State Warriors smile out toward their locker room. They win a dramatic game, twice coming from 13 points behind. We take a look at the final few seconds of this action. Elvin Hayes will take it down. And remember, Game 3, Friday night, Cal Palace, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS. Watch Washington fight for its basketball life that night. And this is Brett Musburger for Oscar Robertson at Sunny Hill saying goodbye from the Cal Palace in San Francisco, where the final score is the unbelievable Golden State Warriors 92, Washington 91.
Was that a game?
Man.